Green Kids and Nerds, I'm Lazy Universe and White Nerdy, and welcome to Lazy Universe Top 10. And this time it's the top 10 anime of the year list. And I just have one short announcement for you guys to say and to mention is that as of this year, as of right here, right now, this is the final top 10 anime of the year list, and I'm moving it along to doing a top 10 animated films of the year list. Now, while a lot of you might be upset, you might be thinking that means that you're not going to review any more, anime. On the contrary, I still want to review anime. Like, there's some series that I really do want to pick up and check out. The problem that I'm having, that is, however, is picking up series to actually watch and do for a top 10 of the year, anime of the year list. Now, like, for example, Solo Leveling, which was recommended to me by my beautiful girlfriend, I have to say that she mostly knew my taste, so that's why I took her recommendation upon it, even though it took me a while to see it. But for a lot of other series, it's like, I really have to try to see like what really appeals to me, and I'm kind of getting sick and tired of doing that, truthfully. But instead of changing it to top 10 animated movies of the year, that would be better. Because there's so many animated movies that I see every year that sometimes that only like one to two tops make it into my top 10 movies of the year list, and I kind of don't like that to happen. I want to try to include as many, animated films as I can, so that's why I'm changing it for next year for top 10 animated films of any year. So that's going to be the new rule. Also, I'm introducing a new series on the channel that I want to do or attempt to do next year. Maybe it might or may not happen. We'll see. I'm still flip flopping with it, and I'm going to call it Anime Pro, where during the month of April we look at nothing but animated movies the entire month of April, and we'll see what happens. Now I know, and to answer your last question, yes, anime movies will be counted on the top 10 of the year list. So, for example, like the Demon Slayer or Chainsaw Man movies that came out this year, if I ever get around to picking up the DVDs, yeah, those would be considered for this list. I'm just gonna try to handle it down just to movies from now on for animated wise. Because there's a bunch of animated movies I haven't seen that I still want to review and talk about, so yeah, now is the time that I can do this. And also, if anyone has any complaints, my YouTube channel, my decisions, my own right. So with that all said and done and out of the way, here are the Lazy Universe Top 10 Favorite Anime of 2025. Number 10.
Start with one circle.
I called Desert Punk the Deadpool anime, and that's kind of accurate for what actually happens in Desert Punk. I mean, pretty much the entire thing feels just like a Deadpool comic book. Now, while Desert Punk is at number 10, I still did enjoy this anime, but only to a certain point. Then I kind of decided that it wasn't really as good as it could have been. That's not because the series is bad, mind you, but it's because the series actually could have been a lot better. And from what I heard from a subscriber of mine that told me about the manga, it really could have been. This series is full of great cast of characters, a wonderful, terrific story, and above all, probably one of the sexiest protagonists that we have ever had in a series before. However, I still wish that this series could have been more, and in fact, it could have been. But that's beside the case, that it just wasn't what I was expecting. Number 9. Hellsing feels like the perfect Halloween anime, but like I said in my review, and that I'll state here, is that Hellsing seems kinda boring. It's a very unique series, it really is, I'll give you that, but aside from the fact that it just feels like a unique horror series, that's pretty much all that it is. The monsters, except for Alucard, are just too generic. You've seen them before in countless other animes, and Hellsing, it should not be any more special because of that. Not to say that I hated Hellsing, I didn't. I actually thought it was very enjoyable. But that's beside the point, that it really could have been so much more, especially with the writer behind it. It's still a very, very decent series. However, I feel still like Helsing could have had so much more going for it and to show so much more instead of what we got. Number 8. I'm putting Fantastic Four World Greatest Heroes on this list because this honestly it does share an anime-like quality to it, so that's why it counts on this list, and my god was this awesome. This series was a cheap tie-in into the Fantastic Four movie that came out in 2005 and then again in 2007, and you can really tell that it was just a desperate cash grab. But in all honesty, this was a really damn good and impressive cash grab, having a great cast of characters, wonderful voice acting, and great animation. It's just such a shame that this series was so short-lived because it really had potential to keep going like the other Fantastic Four series that came before it, but I digress that it did not. The only reason why the series is at number 8 is that while I did enjoy it, I really do think that it could have been even more, and that if it had more seasons, it really would have owned up. But as this series stands, no, I'm not going to put it any higher on this list, but if there's ever another Fantastic Four series out there, you can bet your butt that I'll be watching, and I hope that there's more. Number 7. Solo Leveling is awesome, and my girlfriend is just as awesome recommended this series to me, as I'm surprised that I liked it as much as I did, truthfully. I'll admit, at first, I didn't really like this series. I kinda wanted nothing to do with it at first, but the more that I watched it, the more involved I got. And pretty much by the third or fourth episode, I was hooked. I was immediately captivated on this series, and I wanted to see everything that would happen to these characters. I love the fact that it feels like an actual real life video game, and in fact, that's what makes this series have so much charm to it. Its main character is just so awesome. Especially how he went from this weak little twerp into being one of the strongest people on the planet because he did nothing but level up and grind and grind and grind. If you like fantasy anime such as like Fairy Tail or Sword Art Online, this series is definitely for you, as I was even surprised of how much that I liked it. And I'm gonna warn people right now, this series is a little bit slow to get going. It will take around episode 4 or 5 when it takes off. But when it does, you won't regret a thing. Number 6. If you ever wanted to get somebody into Batman and they have no idea who the character is, this is probably the best way to do so. Batman Gotham Knight. Batman Gotham Knight is an anthology series that follows the Dark Knight detective through various incarnations by various different writers and also animation teams, and this is great. Batman had never been better, and Kevin Conroy voicing every incarnation of the character just makes this series all the more awesome, and it really lives up to the legend of Kevin Conroy. As I think that this is one of the best Batman animated movies, period. Not better than Mask of the Phantasm, but for me, it would definitely be on my highest rating list for best animated Batman movies. This movie is exceptional for what it had done, and especially for the legacy that it left behind for Kevin Conroy, who's long since gone. It really is one of the best Batman movies ever. Number 5. I'll be the first to admit, Grave of the Fireflies is not a movie for everybody. It's very dark, depressing, with dealing with very serious matters. But yet, I fell in love with it. Maybe it's because I'm a nerd of World War II history and this just really hit the right place for me. I don't know and I don't care. This is not a Studio Ghibli film for everybody, and they really hint at that very heavily throughout the entire movie that this might not be a movie for everyone. This is a dark and depressing movie, and it reminds us that eventually one of these characters are gonna die. but what's worse is that both of them die. The movie does not sugarcoat the horrors of war, the pain it can bring, the terror it brings alongside it. You will feel for these two characters. And if you've seen Grave of the Fireflies, you know what scene I'm talking about. But there becomes a moment where the movie rips out your heart and crushes it right as in the palm of his hand. It's a beautifully animated movie, and if you have to see it, please at least try to see it once. I know it might not be for everyone, but it is still a very damn good movie. Number 4. And now for something amazingly amazing instead of downright depressing. My Hero Academia 2 Heroes is fucking phenomenal. This, I gave it another watch and another chance after I reviewed it a long time ago, and my god was this movie just nothing short of amazing and also exceptional. And this movie not only highlighted All Might and what he means to so many people, but it also highlighted how far the kids have come ever since they joined the school and ever since that they wanted to go out on their own. This movie takes a symbol of a hero that means so much to people, and really capitalize on the idea of what makes him so important. Granted, this movie has a villain. I don't know why this movie has a villain, but it does have a villain. A very stupid villain. But this really wanted to show off the power of the kids, the ones that we've come to know and love, the ones that we followed for years, and the movie accomplished just that. And while this movie does a great idea and a great example of what a superhero symbol means to people, there is one that almost made it to number 1, but is next on the list. Number 3. This almost became my number 1 anime of the year. Oh my god, did this movie do so much justice to Superman. This series took the origin of Superman but pushed it even a step further, really making this hero a lot more recognizable and a lot more awesome than he already was. Creating an exceptional cast of characters, especially Jack Quaid. My god, was this man perfect casting for Superman? He really encapsulated my favorite Superman! This series really brought the heart for superheroes that the series really needed from this point onward, and my god, did it accomplish that goal. I love this anime and everything about it, really reinventing one of my favorite superheroes of all time, but I can't lie, man, there were 2 more animes I've seen that just blew him out of the water. And when some other series or movies can blow one of my favorite superheroes out of the water, that really says of how damn good of anime I have seen permanently this year. Number 2. This also almost made my number 1 too. My god, was this series full of adventures and also comedy, being one of the funniest series I've seen. This is a series that went, what if superheroes really existed? And what if we had side heroes that basically had no superpowers but still wanted to save the world? And that is The Rolling Girls, a series about a group of 4 teenage girls that all go out together to try to do what they can. This series is one of the most musical, one of the most funniest, and one of the most charming series I have seen in quite a long time, and that says a lot about this series. If you're watching this top 10 and this seems intriguing to you, please go and watch The Rolling Girls. It's just nothing short of one of the funniest comedy series I've watched in a long time. And I'll be honest with you, it's also a slow anime, so it might not pick up for you until about episode 3 or 4, but give it time to do so because it is so goddamn enjoyable. So, The Rolling Girls and My Adventure with Superman almost became the number 1 movie animes of this year. But which one took their spot? And my number 1 favorite anime of the year just goes to I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but when I got the chance to re-review My Neighbor Totoro, I just remembered how much that I loved this movie and how much I missed it. My Neighbor Totoro follows around a small family, a father and his two daughters, which happens to be one of the best animated movies I've ever seen so far this year. And the reason because of that is that this teaches us never to get rid of our imagination, never be too in a hurry to grow up. Also, it has one of the cutest characters ever put to screen, Totoro, and my god, do I love this big, giant, fluffy, cat, mysterious creature. So if you're a kid, or if you have kids, or just unleash your inner kid the next time when you pop this movie in, and just enjoy your new neighbor, Totoro. Guys, thank you so much for watching this Universe Top 10. Did I cover one of your favorite animes on this list? What was your favorite anime that you've seen this year? Let me know in the comments down below. And are you excited for my new series that I'm going to basically try to start doing? And are you excited to see what animated movies I'm going to be reviewing next year? Let me know in the comments down below, as I have to get working on the list for next April. And hopefully you'll see one of your favorite animated movies in the top 10 best animated movies list upcoming next year. I know and I apologize to all my otakus out there, myself included, but you just have to understand my point of view that there's not too many anime series that I'm really interested in, so this is a great way for me to see some anime, some animated movies, put them together for a top 10 list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Legion for Top What Nerdy Keep You on. Come back on Thanksgiving as I'll be counting down the worst movies of 2025. Be sure to grab your barf bags and be sure not to eat your Thanksgiving dinner before that countdown begins. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Great Universe. I'm White Nerd to keep you on. This has been a Lazy Universe Top 10. And until next time, and as always, guys, take care.